Academy Season 2. I know I'm kind of late to the punch on this. I know there's tons of reviews of the second season of Umbrella Academy, but screw that. I don't really care. I'm going to give my take on it, and my take on it is that I loved it. So if you saw my review, I was kind of iffy on the first season. Like, I thought the characters were interesting. I thought the world was interesting. I just thought there wasn't enough explaining. I thought some of the soundtrack choices were a little odd and didn't work for me for the most part. I thought that the cinematography and the effects worked really well, and I enjoyed the show, but I'd be interested to see how the second season was. And the second season does not fix my problems with season one, which the problem was with season one is that it throws a lot at you. But I think in a retrospect, after watching this season, I actually enjoyed that because it throws so much at you that this is not going to be a show for everyone. And that's okay. But when it throws all that stuff at you, it requires you to pay attention. And you see that in this season when certain characters come back. There are not going to be spoilers for the second season if you have not seen it. It's only been out for like a week now. But, when you see certain characters, when you're watching all these different characters who are across multiple different timelines. So basically what the plot of the season is, I guess spoilers for season one. I don't know why you'd be watching this. I haven't seen it, but whatever. The characters, after stopping the apocalypse, are now in all different timelines separated from each other. So it's about our characters all doing what they can to get back to each other and figure out what to do. And some of our characters choose to stay in their timeline and develop new lives. And so it's kind of the outlaw of kind of that what goes on with that. And so the character stuff in the first season was not great. It was good, and I enjoyed them. Wow, I was intrigued by these characters, but it wasn't enough. And this season goes, whoop, we're gonna fix that. And fix that they did. It was phenomenal because what they did here is they got all of our characters here, and they're all in different timelines and things. So they're forced to kind of find groups of people to connect with and meet new characters and things like that, or just try to adjust to this time period that they're not used to. And I think all that was really strong, and it made you love the characters. And they were also taken to interesting places that you would never have expected had they not thrown them into these different timelines. It's exciting, it's interesting, and also the use of the soundtrack is used to perfection within these seasons. Because like the first season, there were songs like "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen, where they're so popular and things like that. But they use them in a way that's really effective and conveys the right emotions. Like, for instance, the opening of the season where they're all dropped into different timelines and there's multiple different songs from the era playing while you're watching the sequence. It's done incredibly well and it's incredibly effective. One of the best scenes, I think, in television history, honestly. It's phenomenally well done. And I think all that is really good. I think the cinematography in this season isn't as strong as it was in the first season, but it's still well done. I also like how violent this show is, because with superheroes, we kind of shy away from the type of violence that is kind of would come with these types of characters. And we also want to portray them as morally good when they kill people. It's you killed someone? That's so messed up. But these are the tough choices that some of these characters have to make, and it's kind of interesting that this show is able to do that really well. I think it's effective. I also think, just overall, this was a better season because of the characters. They made it so strong that I felt the emotions, and at times I got teary-eyed a little bit. Not completely I'm crying, but I think it was really, really well done, and I think it's a very effective show, and I'll be very excited to see the season 3, especially with that cliffhanger ending. I need to see what happens, but I'm super excited for it.